Hello everyone, and welcome back to Naysmith Gaming. I'm the Naysmith, here to give you both a game and a question. The question is in the description. I only ask that you think about it after the video is over. The topic is claims versus evidence, and for the game, we are returning to realMyst Masterpiece Edition. But first, last session, I forgot to reactivate the stone ship. From the 3 constellations, it was Leaf, Snake, and Bug. And the ship rises in the background. But we are not heading to Stone Ship, not today. We are heading to Mechanical. Before arriving in the stage, I was determined that it would be a journey to a world very different from my previous adventures, and it was. The sky here is dark and gray, and incessantly displays flashes of lightning in the distance. I met a very old man with a long beard and hair that hangs to his waist. He is very feeble and has trouble even moving. This man has obviously been through very many things in this strange world, and I have learned many things from him. He has told me an interesting story of this world's history. Years ago, he told me, there's a beautiful city that rose up out of the water. It housed many people inside its walls, and people had everything they wished for. The city was surrounded by 3 high hills, which rose higher than the city. On the east hill of the city rested a large lookout post. The people of the city had constructed the post expecting visitors to arrive from the east. The people had no means of traveling on the water, which forced them to merely wait for friend or foe. As time passed, friendly visitors brought rumors of an enemy that existed beyond the horizon. The people grew fearful, yet nothing happened. One day, the usually sunny skies became as dark as night, and black ships appeared on the horizon. Lookout posts' attempts at peace were turned away, and sentries there were easily overwhelmed. The ships continued to wreak havoc on the city, apparently destroying everyone and everything. After the foundations of the city were destroyed, the city sunk deep into the ocean, and only the lookout post remained. The black ships sailed away. The man continued to say that 8 people had hidden and managed to survive through the attack. In the 9 years since the attack, 2 of the survivors had died. He also said that it was rumored that 10 years from the attack, the enemy would return to finish the destruction they had started so long ago. I have decided, since hearing the man's story, it would be admirable to save this civilization and stop this enemy's plan of destruction. I am excited about the adventure that awaits me, and an idea has sparked in my mind to provide the needed defense for these people. I met the remaining survivors today, and I have begun work on a plan for protection. After a short absence, I have returned to this age with my 2 sons. They have, as of yet, traveled rarely with me, and they are understandably excited to be here. They have grown considerably since Everdunes, and it is already obvious to me that they will be great help this time, instead of the nuisance they have been in the past. All 3 of us, along with 4 of the healthier survivors, began construction today. We are building up on the old city's ruins, which will provide a perfect foundation for a fortress. My sons have been spending much of their time on the South Island, where most of my materials are stored. I am very pleased with their intelligence, and their creativity is refreshing to see as they work on some small projects of their own. This is an interesting diagram. It has been over 4 months now, and construction is going well. My sons love the world except for its gray sky. They detest the gray sky and tell me many times it was just the sky here was more like a blue sky and mist. The old man I first talked to tells me the enemy is due in 4 months. I feel we will be ready when the time comes. The man reminds me of Emmett in many ways, and I often wonder how Emmett and his people are doing. It's been 6 months of work, and we have finally finished the fortress. It rests between the 3 hills, which are now only islands due to a rising water level that the people experienced after the attack. Inside the fortress, I have designed a most intriguing device, makes use of a technology called holography I began experimenting with on my visits to Aspermere. It'll be working in a couple days after I compensate for some small miscalculations. This holographic device will enable the survivors to learn to use the fortress. Okay, need to look out for that. The enemy is due to come back soon, but I trust the fortress will provide sufficient protection for all of us. So it rotates, a bridge, and the 3 islands. The black ships have come. Their attack was substantial. The weapons have been stopped, and it appears they have turned away in defeat. I cannot help but smile as I watch the boats leave. Last night we had a small celebration, and the old survivors danced their dances of old. My sons did not understand why the sky had not turned back to its original blue. The old man told them that the storms would never end until the enemy was destroyed. I assured my sons that a blue sky was not worth the risk of death, and they seemed to hear me. I have had a healthy adventure and have begun work on a new book. Once again, I must leave a familiar age in search of a new universe I have begun. Interesting. But first, I will have an extended time with Catherine, whom I miss very much. I must also return to the people of the Tide. I believe that in my hands I have found a substance that will ease the pain of their bone ailments they have long endured. I hope to return to Mechanical Age one day and find the population growing and my fortress still strong. Though the sky may always be black, I am confident the people here feel heavier darkness has been lifted from their shoulders. Okay, let's head to the gears. If anything screams Mechanical Age, it's giant gears. It appears to have activated my flashlight because this is night. Four patterns here. Reporting them. Plus sign. Half moon. Open circle. Triangle. Double triangle. No, not quite triangles. Well, double triangle's missing the square in the middle. And the spikes. Half a percent sign. And back and reverted. Squiggle. Odd symbol. Square in a circle. And back to the plus. I don't know how to use this yet, so let's look around this island. It's the fortress, so I'm on the island to the left, which means I'm on the east island. No linking book back. Okay. Let's investigate. Okay. Chains. The number of weapons. More weapons. A throne. Even more weapons. In a secret room. Ooh, blue page. The electric torture cage. Yeah, I don't really think I like blue right now. Between his cleaver, his poisons, his weapons. What's this? Made a strange hissing noise to the when it started pointing to the east. And again. It's the left one first, not right. Okay, made a tinking sound to the north. This must be the activator. That was a whir. And a tonk on... No, a donk on the south. Yes, that appears to be a common feature. Now in this room. An interesting little toy. A golden boat from the docks. Too small to be a chessboard. Maybe it's another game. Lots of gold. And a red page. Also wine. Oh, a note. Sirrus, your greed sickens me. Your desire for wealth and plunder is never satisfied. I will instruct my subjects not to pay your new tax, and you know they will listen to me. Regards, Achenar. So apparently this Sirrus guy loves wealth and wine, whereas Achenar, I'm presuming, based on Atrus's message, and on what we saw on the other side, is rather troubled. Okay, let's see what this does. Trying to line the openings this time. Ah, now I have something else I can do. Let's take a look at this. I am back in the area where I got to... No. Somewhere else entirely. there's anything I can do here. That's odd. Now it's clicking. Ah, I remember this. From Blue's room. Achenar. There's the hiss of East. Now let's see what the east... There's the south. There's the... Well, I'm holding some of my head again. No, that's the East Island. Am I sure that's the island I want? Yes, it definitely is, but... I have to go over that thing again. And those symbols again. Recorded. Okay, I think I got the noises right. Might be remembering the map wrong. Well, time to try again for the next one. We should now be facing north when previously we were facing east. Huh. There are stars in the sky. That means it's mostly clear, aside from all those clouds. Which means something must have happened to the raiders. 2 more symbols. Hey, these look familiar. That's from aligning the elevator. That's from controlling the elevator. I'm now facing directly away from the one I want to be facing to get out of here. So I wanted to wait for dog instead of were. Yes. I'd like to note that there's a distinct lack of anyone here, yet there were survivors before, and that note spoke of subjects. Okay, I need to wait one more. Let's go back up. Oh, wait, I wanted the donk, not the were. I got the were last time, that's why. Now let's input that code to this thing. First one. Right there. Okay, let's see if this is now. Yep. And now I can go home. Or not home, to Atrus's home. I have a red page. Let's take it to this red book. Previously, these books had nothing but static.
Lies. Bring me a red page. I can't see. I need a red page, you must. I beg of bring. I am serious.
Sirrus, that matches the... That's what he said, what the note from Achenar said.
There is one thing I must rescue.
Now let's give him the second page.
You've returned. Thank you for bringing the red page. You must continue to help. My name is Sirrus. I beg you to find the remaining red pages. You must read them. Release me from this book which has become. Bring. I need more red pages, please. Beg. Don't waste time. Look. Don't. My brother is guilty. And I wrongfully imprisoned. Bring the red page to me.
Okay. Now let's look for that blue page again, then check 2 of the messages at once. Now let's review. That was Sirrus, and he said that the red pages are what he needs, and that we should not waste our time with the blue, and that he is wrongfully imprisoned, or so he claims. What we know from Achenar, and from our observations, is that he is, from Achenar's note that is, as well as from the state of their rooms, is that Achenar apparently hates greed, but... wait, I need to be in Achenar's room. But it also has a strange bloodlust. While Sirrus appears to say that there is imprisonment for whatever reason. Maybe if we check Achenar's messages, he'll give us more information on the subject. Oh, I would like to note, in the original version, there was actually a note from Sirrus to Achenar, condemning his bloodlust, but it appears to have not made the transition from one edition to another.
Sirrus? Who are you? See you. Achenar. Help me. Bring me blue pages. Never. Pages. I must have the blue page. Bring them to me.
All he said this time was blue pages, but that's all Sirrus will say on the first one, so let's check what his 2-page message is.
You've returned! You wouldn't return. The pages rescue me. I'm Achenar. The Naysmith, my brother, I beg you. Be complete. Always blue pages. Listen to him. Now listen to my brother. An egotistical fool and a liar. Bring me the blue pages. The red ones. Don't bring the red ones. You. I've been wrongfully imprisoned. You must leave. I will have my retribution. Please bring me the blue pages. Please.
Alright, so the two brothers both say that they were wrongfully imprisoned. I should not waste time saving the other. They both want the pages that match the color of their book. And their father's message, from the previous episode, says that something terrible has happened. Oh, hey, lots of burned books, so that's self-evident. And the Mechanical Age should have had many people in it, but now it has none. Which means something killed quite a few people. And Atrus suspects his sons. Or rather, suspects Achenar, but might be Sirrus. Meanwhile, Achenar appears to have bloodlust and be visibly unhinged. But considering the state of his prison, I would be too if I had to live with that 24/7. Meanwhile, Sirrus appears to be very composed. Achenar claims that he is a liar. Sirrus, I do not recall saying much about Achenar, other than not to waste my time with him. So, let's consider the evidence from Mechanical. Loves wealth, hates Sirrus because that love for wealth sickens him. But also has bloodlust. Wealth and power, just a bit deranged. The question is, who do I trust based on how I've seen them act? Who do I trust based on what I've seen of their rooms? Thank you, everyone, and have a good day. Naysmith, signing out.